Hello and good morning. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Absolutely fantastic. I'm ready to talk about the genius of Deion Sanders, because this man is proving that I can do it, but I'm going to teach people how to do it as well.
Absolutely.
He has been on fire his whole entire life. It's almost like we've all fallen witness to him growing up like a TV star, like on a sitcom. I mean, we have watched this man become who he is.
Yeah, Coach Prime is one of a kind, man. I mean, I think when you look at the success that he's had over the course of his whole career, both as a player, now as a coach, as an entertainer, as a broadcaster, I mean, the guy doesn't miss. He goes out there and he just delivers hits. And whenever you have something like that, a person who's been successful at every single level, you have the ability to be successful again. And there's some people that just can walk into it and they just know how to win, and winners win, and he's one of those.
You have got to be proud of what you've done with Coach Prime on Prime, because, this is part of the mystique of it all. Because when we started this new season with Coach Prime, the thing is that we knew what we were getting into this season, and my God, it was exciting.
Yeah, it is truly an honor. And, it's not just me. We had a whole great team, that are around me, and everybody has, pulled their weight. And so as I lean on their talents as well, I think we all win. And it's been really fun to be a part of, to be able to see the kind of lightning in a bottle thing that I think is just going to continue to grow into next season as we watch the Buffaloes continue to do their thing. And Coach Prime, wow, what a crazy run they went on in that first 3 games. I don't know that I've ever been a part of anything and seen anything that was quite as wild and so much hype as that 3-0 start.
I'm down here in the South, and we do love our football in the South with the ACC, but my God, when we were talking about Colorado football, there were people here from Charlotte traveling up to Colorado just to see that team.
Yeah, he's the Michael Jordan of football. He is the biggest star, one of the biggest stars ever in the sports world. And so, I think he means a lot. He meant a lot. He was bigger than football. There's a story to it that was significant. And when you see somebody win who's always won, I think people get behind that and they cheer for it. And, Coach Prime said, love it or hate it, you're going to watch it. And I think that's kind of what it was.
Man, you bring up Jordan. I saw him play here in Charlotte. Deion Sanders saw him play here in Charlotte. I feel like that we are the elite people that saw these geniuses out there doing their game.
Yeah, I think there's some people that, us mere mortals just watch in awe. And Coach Prime, one of those guys. And it's fun to be around him and get to see kind of inner workings of how greatness works. And I'm excited for people to see it on Prime Video. New episode coming out tomorrow.
We were all hoping for an undefeated winning season, but, things didn't go that way.
Yeah, and I think that there's growing pains that happen with that, just like there's growing pains anytime you take over a program. That you got to figure out how to get those guys to come together, just like as if they were the guys that you walked into. That's part of it, And but I think that you just manage those things, and at least if you've gone through a whole spring and you looked at the guys that you got and you're like, man, these guys don't get that fire, why wouldn't you? And so I think it's just a different approach, and people can call it heartless and people can call it whatever. I kind of call it innovative.
Do you think there's a new level of play when it comes to college football? Because, this is inspiring and it's motivational.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing, because I think that, yes, it is innovative. Yes, it is changing college football, but there's only one Prime. And it's not like, name another player that could come in and do that. Peyton Manning goes and coaches college right now. You pretty much got the same guy that you have at different schools. There's not that many guys who are like as big of a superstar that are able to pull that kind of lever, in college football. So as much as I think it changes the way that people know what's possible, but there's only one Coach Prime. And so I don't know that anybody else can bring that star power.
You showcase the many different levels of Coach Prime. Is there anything he can't do? Because he seems to be doing everything.
Coach Prime has been through every stage of life. He's been a broadcaster. He's been a player. He's been a coach. He's been all these things. And so I think he's a huge star. And I'm excited for you guys to see it on Prime Video. New episode coming out this Thursday, tomorrow.
One of the things that I learned as a martial artist, to get up to a third-degree black belt, we had to learn from the sideline. And I swear that's what I feel when I'm watching Coach Prime, is that the coach is on the sideline. He knows that game, and he's going to put that game into action.
Yeah, I think a lot of people maybe misunderstand what Coach Prime does and who Coach Prime is. I've been around a lot of coaches, in my profession, and both I played college, and I'd be right there with my camera filming everything, and you could hear the way that he's talking to his coaches. You could hear the way that he's talking to his players. He's more than just a motivator. He has a tremendous feel. He might be like, hey, we need to get Shedeur outside the pocket, and I can just tell that he needs to get more comfortable. Let's get some short throws. And so much of what football is about that feel and knowing that sense of the pace and knowing the sense of momentum. And he's just got an uncanny ability to be able to sense that.
I can't imagine what you're hearing through your earpiece when he is shooting out some of these one lines. I mean, he is the master of one thought, and I find that to be so inspiring about Coach Prime.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's got some witty stuff. He's kind of one of those old school ball coaches, that'll say something that kind of hurts, but it's true. And it's interesting because he doesn't swear, and so he'll get on guys, but he doesn't swear. So, and I can verify that is 100% true. He goes through and he has tremendous self-control, but he also isn't afraid to tell you what's up.
Yeah. And he's not afraid to show his real side, because when he was going through his struggles, he basically was telling every man and woman in this world, put on your big boy pants and let's move on. Don't let anything get you down. We've got a game to win.
Yeah, I mean, I think whenever you have a coach that you can respect and you can respect his toughness. When we were following him, my first shoot with him was at his foot surgery. And so I was in the hospital with him when he was about to get, going through all of his foot stuff and about to have surgery there. And you can see that pure agony in his face. And then you see them put these rods into his toes, and you see that, and you see them get pulled out, and you see that like in 2 weeks he's wanting to run out with the team. Wow. And he said, that's my goal. That's what I'm chasing. I want to run out with the team. That's what he was just chasing. Normality is what he said.
It is because of what he used to do to the Carolina Panthers. We all had that, that love-hate relationship with other players. But the moment that we learned of how he was, in so much pain, all of a sudden that hatred became prayer. And I was like, oh, how is this even possible? The whole nation is praying for Coach Deion.
Yeah, I mean, he transcends sports in a lot of ways. And I think that the interesting thing about his charisma is that you may want to hate him, but there's something about him that makes you love him.
So true.
You're like, God, I want to hate this guy sometimes, even if you're that guy. When he smiles and he says something and he grabs his son and he hugs him, you're like, damn, that's cool. Wait, and so I think that people are like that, and he's just got that it factor, man.
and those incredible sunglasses. I gotta have a pair.
Yeah, I got 3.
Oh God, dude! Congratulations on Coach Prime Season 2. You really know how to share a story, and I just can't thank you enough for doing this, because you are igniting our passion for being a sports fan.
Thank you, sir. And like I said, all credit goes to my team. They really elevate everything they do, and I'm really proud of everybody that was involved in this.
Excellent. Well, you be brilliant today, okay, sir?
All right, you too. Thank you. Thanks for having me.